I felt like we were on the same page, and I felt good in the moment. And for her to use this vulnerable moment against me, it's just disgusting, man.
You know, Justin, I would like to apologize for our little conversation earlier.
Did I hear that Taylor may have had some influence in getting...
Yes, she did.
I tell you, man, this harassment thing is just not making any sense. After working for this film for almost 2 years, together collaborating.
They were on the same page, or at least Justin Baldoni thought they were. Now, Blake Lively's accusations have turned what once seemed like a heartfelt collaboration into Hollywood's hottest scandal. Let's set the stage. Picture this. Justin Baldoni, pouring his heart out in what he believed was a moment of mutual respect. A director working with an actress he admired, maybe even trusted. And then, boom, a leaked text shatters that illusion. In the message, Justin's disbelief is raw and unfiltered. For her to use this vulnerable moment against me, it's just disgusting, man. And honestly, he's right to feel betrayed. Because let's face it, turning a private, emotional exchange into ammunition isn't just low, it's subterranean. Fans are now asking the question everyone's thinking. Backhand index pointing right, did Blake Lively just pull an Amber Heard 2.0? Here's where it gets juicier than a tabloid headline. That private conversation, once a reflection of their creative bond, has now become the centerpiece of her legal complaint. What began as a collaboration built on trust spiraled into a scandal that's set social media ablaze. For nearly 2 years, Justin and Blake worked side by side, laughing, creating, and building a story together. There wasn't a single whisper of tension until now. The drama erupted only after Blake returned from a production break with a new set of demands. And the leaked texts, they're not just evidence of betrayal. They're a front-row ticket to the implosion of a once-strong working relationship. Fans are calling Blake's tactics a masterclass in weaponizing vulnerability. Justin's heartbreak has become the internet's latest obsession, and Blake's golden image is beginning to crack under the pressure of leaked messages, public skepticism, and growing outrage. But it doesn't end there. Because this isn't just Blake's battle, it's a full-scale Hollywood power play. Enter Taylor Swift and Ryan Reynolds. Word on the street is that Blake wasn't fighting this war alone. With Taylor and Ryan, her powerhouse allies, she allegedly had the backing of Hollywood royalty. According to insiders, Blake's sudden surge of demands wasn't a solo mission. No, this was a calculated move backed by the full force of her A-list inner circle. Here's the tea. Blake allegedly leveraged her connections to pressure Sony Pictures into giving her unprecedented creative control over It Ends With Us. And the leaked texts and voice memos? They suggest those demands came with a chilling ultimatum, one that would change everything for Justin Baldoni and perhaps for Blake herself. Because in Hollywood, power is everything until it turns against you.
Justin, not trying to bug you, but that playlist you sent me was good. So I was just checking in again about possibly seeing the dailies because, oh my God, Ryan and Taylor loved the clips you sent me. So I was hoping to see if I could just get in there really quick and see a few of the other shots and see if I could give you some of my thoughts on them. Just let me know.
Support me or lose Taylor and Ryan's influence. That's the alleged ultimatum that sent shockwaves through the studio halls. Can you imagine the executives sweating at the thought of losing Taylor Swift's fan army or Ryan Reynolds' star-studded charm? It's no wonder they caved. But here's where the plot thickens. What looked like a genius power play began to unravel fast. Blake's insistence on rewriting scripts, overseeing edits, and sidelining director Justin Baldoni didn't just create tension. It threw the entire production into chaos. Cast and crew reportedly felt the ripple effects of A-list interference. Production delays piled up, morale hit rock bottom, and whispers of behind-the-scenes turmoil began to leak. And let's not forget the backlash. Fans are now questioning whether Taylor and Ryan's involvement was about loyalty to Blake, or a flex of their own Hollywood influence. After all, when a megastar duo backs you, it's not exactly subtle. But what happens when that star power becomes too heavy to control? Spoiler alert, the gamble didn't pay off. The set descended into disarray, Blake's reputation took a nosedive, and even her A-list allies couldn't shield her from the growing storm. This is a Hollywood chess game, and it looks like the Queen's boldest move may have just cost her the kingdom. And now, Blake Lively's lawsuit is making headlines, but the so-called receipts might be exposing cracks in her story. Let's dive into the contradictions that have everyone talking. Blake Lively has long been vocal about the importance of intimacy coordinators on set, championing boundaries, safety, and respect during vulnerable scenes. Sounds admirable, right? Except for one glaring problem. Leaked messages allegedly reveal that Blake refused to work with the intimacy coordinator hired for It Ends With Us. The irony is impossible to ignore. The same advocate for safe filmmaking is now being accused of disregarding the very principles she once preached. And as more receipts surface, the narrative that once painted her as Hollywood's sweetheart is slowly transforming into something much darker, a cautionary tale about power, influence, and the high cost of control.
I don't want you to stress about this 1 second, okay? Everybody knows you just had a baby, and we didn't bring you onto this project not knowing what your position was. We brought you on here because of your mind, your talent, your interest and passion for the film, and whatever you are comfortable with is what we're going to put on screen. And I guarantee it's going to be amazing. You don't have to worry about anything. You will be shown in an amazing light. And it's the last thing on my mind when it comes to producing this film. People are going to fall in love with you as Lily. And that's it. There's nothing to worry about. And I know you're bringing your A game every single day. So I want you to put that in the back of your mind and know that it's in the back of my mind, because we are focused on moving forward on this project, and you are going to kill it 1,000%.
Yes, you heard that right. Justin Baldoni reportedly went above and beyond to ensure the It Ends With Us set was handled with care. He personally arranged for an intimacy coordinator to oversee every sensitive scene, a move praised across the industry for prioritizing safety and professionalism. But the leaked texts tell a different story. According to those messages, Blake Lively declined to even meet with the coordinator, raising serious questions about whether her public advocacy for safe sets truly aligns with her private behavior. What's even more telling is how Justin handled it. Reports suggest he immediately informed the production team about Blake's refusal, not to shame her, but to ensure transparency and avoid disruptions to the filming schedule. His tone, by all accounts, remained calm, respectful, and professional. But then came the twist, and this is where things took a darker turn. In her lawsuit, Blake Lively claimed that Justin improvised inappropriate gestures during a kissing scene, allegedly crossing professional boundaries. That accusation has since become the centerpiece of this entire Hollywood storm. Because now, the question isn't just about professionalism, it's about credibility. Did Justin truly cross the line? Or is this part of a much bigger power struggle behind the camera? As leaked footage and texts continue to surface, one thing is clear: this is no longer just about It Ends With Us. It's about the end of something much larger, the illusion of control in Hollywood's most carefully crafted narratives.
I tell you, man, this harassment thing is just not making any sense. After working for this film for almost 2 years, together collaborating, text messages, voice memos, getting along, joking, we never had an issue before the break. And then after the break, suddenly there's this weird thing going on with all these demands. I met them at their place, and Ryan blows up on me, and then Taylor's looking at me like I'm some criminal. And then even after all that, we still got along well. We talked to each other with respect and got along, spent hours together in the editing room when she wanted to come in and see what I was working on. No director would ever let an actor just come in and help them edit the film. And just because I said no, the one time I said no, when she wanted to edit the entire film with me, I said, listen, just come back after I got something together. I'll show you what I have and give me some notes on it. And just because I said no that one time in the entire 2 years, suddenly, I'm blocked out of my own picture. Sony's giving it to her. Ryan and Taylor are going to promote it. And I'm just left to be in some dungeon in my own movie premiere that I worked on for 5 years. And even Colleen won't talk to me. I thought we were friends.
But the leaked videos tell a very different story altogether. The footage shows the actors sticking closely to the script, with Blake herself suggesting dialogue tweaks, even encouraging changes to make the scene more romantic. Yes, Blake Lively, the very person alleging misconduct, was actively participating in creating the intimacy she now claims crossed a line. So, what gives? Fans are calling out the glaring contradictions, with many labeling her claims as exaggerated at best and manipulative at worst. The so-called receipts paint a different picture, a director trying to accommodate his lead actress while maintaining professional boundaries. And yet, somehow, the narrative has completely flipped. The question now looms large. Are Blake's allegations rooted in genuine discomfort, or is this a case of twisting the truth for leverage? One thing's for sure, Hollywood's golden girl is now caught in a storm she might not escape unscathed. In the early days of the film, Justin Baldoni and Colleen Hoover were the creative heartbeat of the project, a true dream team. Colleen handpicked Justin to direct and even encouraged him to star as the male lead, Ryle, a gesture that spoke volumes about their trust and collaboration. Together, they spent years developing the film, promoting it side by side, and promising fans a faithful, heartfelt adaptation of her best-selling novel. But then, Blake Lively entered the picture, and everything began to change. As Blake's influence over production grew, reports suggest that Colleen began to distance herself from Justin. Gone were the days of open support and shared enthusiasm. Instead, whispers began to circulate that Colleen was aligning herself with Blake's Hollywood power, even if it meant leaving her longtime collaborator behind. Tension deepened as Blake started asserting creative control, rewriting scenes, demanding edits, and sidelining Justin's vision. The atmosphere on set reportedly turned cold and divided. For Colleen, who once championed Justin's direction, this shift in allegiance didn't go unnoticed. Fans began to speculate. Was the author pressured to side with Blake to protect her novel's Hollywood image? Or did she genuinely believe in Blake's creative direction over Justin's? Either way, the fallout was devastating. For Justin Baldoni, losing Colleen's support felt like losing a piece of the project he had poured his soul into. Leaked messages reveal a man struggling with heartbreak, confusion, and frustration, watching the dream he built slowly slip away. Whether Colleen's move was strategic or sincere, one thing is clear. Her decision sent shockwaves through the production, leaving fans questioning whether in Hollywood, fame now outweighs loyalty.